So rare, it's so wonderful. I got to go out and see this. It's very enjoyable to watch other people savor what they've done and enjoy the good hard work that paid off.
Our goaltenders tonight brought to you by Big Boy, and for the Red Wings, Chris Osgood on the second half of back-to-back games. He had just 4 starts, the final 47 last season, 396 career wins. His last victory was December the 12th. He wants to get to 400. And there's the oldest Blackhawk at age 35, Marty Turco. He used to wear number 35. However, he can't here in Chicago. That number's retired for Tony Esposito, who hails from retired for Tony Esposito. Earlier tonight, the Chicago Blackhawks, their 4th Stanley Cup banner to the Raptors here. That's 5th most all time. And let's take you back a few years to Joe Louis Arena and a similar ceremony. While the greats of the past were in Chicago, so too were they in Detroit. Mr. Wilson and Lindsay and Howe in 07, 08. And now the Chicago Blackhawks here are trying to do what the Red Wings last did, 97, 98, and that is repeat. It hasn't been done since.
Yeah. Right. And see right here, nobody takes Filppula at the side, and what a heads-up play by Johan Franzen. And an easy tap in for Valtteri Filppula to make it 1-0. Detroit, no chance for Turco. Bertuzzi, Franzen, look at him looking, head up all the way. That's the way. That is as pretty as it gets.
And remember, just as the preseason ended, Mike Babcock said he wanted his second line to get some chemistry. They had to pick up the game. The referee tonight, Paul Dvorsky, working along with Gord Dwyer.
Yeah, bouncing puck. They get in behind the defense, and wasn't much of a hook.
Loss to Colorado in overtime, and hit on the power play tonight. They get one. Coming up in our degree first intermission, Trevor Thompson will guess with a goal scorer. Valtteri Filppula, Larry Murphy in studio with John Keating. Breaks down. Career with the Red Wings, 256 games played, and last season with Russia, it's only a 54-game season. I said, that must have been good for you, a little bit more of a rest. He said, no, I played 20 to 22 minutes a night.
How can you not love that face? Eh?
Oh, yeah.
The face that every mother can love.
And you know,
he's a funny guy. And his feet. Watch Brad Stewart come straight.
Mark, sound record.
Marty Turco not knowing the boards in this building as well and the angles.
Probably quite a bit right now because he is early in his career here in Chicago. It's huge with different rinks. They're all different.
They're just looking to be sure that got all the way across the line. So they are going to video review on this. And it's over. You can see the white.
You're sure about that, are you?
I'm positive. Yeah. I know your technology one day is going to solve all that.
It should. It'd save a lot of time.
Current time 0 hours 3 minutes.
Taking momentum out of a building too.
I think somebody in the past has put a chip in a puck. I think, if I remember correctly.
Well, we're going to get that solved. We've got the technology. Now we got to get it proofed out. Because this kind of a delay, they don't need in the NHL anymore.
Now Todd Bertuzzi gets the goal, so this line has accounted for both. Todd Bertuzzi helped set up the first one to Franz and then to Filppula, and now he scores just 1:15 into period number 2. Boy, they're taking some time looking back at the Situation Room in Toronto.
The longer we wait, the more your decision is in doubt.
Current time 0 hours 3 minutes 54.
Oh boy.
See, we need Murph to weigh in back at the Coliseum Studios. It'll be no goal, so it will be.
Yeah. What was that?
It's in.
Did the announcer just say it was
in?
in?
Under review. No, he just said it's under review.
Oh, I see. Yeah. They're not sure. They can't be.
I wonder if there's not a communication problem going somewhere.
Pretty amazing.
But that's pretty cut and dried. I guess the referees, he obviously signaled it as a goal. So
he doesn't like it because the longer they go, the more chances they're going to say no, and the thing was in for sure. But they're not going to believe him. Now he's pointing at center ice.
It's a goal.
Way too long.
Yeah.
Current time 0 hours 4 minutes 55.
So you just have to do what Patrick Kane did, just celebrate and leave.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
It's in.
Or Brett Hall.
Or Brett
Back
Hall.
on Hotchick, remember?
Yeah, I do.
Recording.
O'Brien Bick.
Kane is off, and Hossa and Kopetsky. Thomas Kopetsky.
Current time 0
are all
hours 5
set.
minutes 14 seconds.
20 got hurt in here, Kenny.
Yeah, he did. That's right. Kopetsky did, yeah. 22 games, Jonathan Toews, 29 points in the playoffs. Tied a franchise record of Denny Savard. Won the Conn Smythe Trophy, third youngest captain. Really, and Rafalski doesn't like it. They're going to call it trippy.
Mark recording.
You stuck your stick between his legs. Look at him. That's the only reason he made that call.
We'll check it when we...
The hockey game here in game number 2 for both these teams. Recording change here in Chicago. They are jammed to the ceiling here tonight, Ken.
Gee, isn't that so? And when these teams met September 25th in the preseason here, the Hawks drew 20,553, a franchise record for a preseason game.
Well, you know what? I can look down from our position here and remember vividly, not very long ago, that half this building was empty. Pretty vicious hit right there. But it didn't seem to bother him too much. Came right back and had a good scoring chance. He's not happy with himself that he got caught in that position. And it probably looked worse than it was, but you know, like all great players, like a magnet on his stick. Came right back to him, and Turco made a good save.
Play.
Hot.
You look at number 15, Fernando Bressani, who back in 06, when the Oilers made that run to the Cup final and took out Detroit, which was Steve Yzerman's last appearance in Rexall Place in Edmonton. Pisani had 14 playoff goals, twice as many as any other Edmonton Oiler, and 10 of his 14 were at even strength. And after that playoff, he got a huge 4. Hudler comes over the boards. Minchie fingers on the organ right there, but when we come back, Joel Quenneville's team will be shorthanded. The Red Wings will head to a and hangs on.
Current time 0 hours 1 minute 37
seconds. During our degree second intermission report, we'll guest with Chicago Blackhawks Dave Bolin, overcoming the injuries and looking to stay healthy.
Here in the third.
And as soon as the game ends, our coverage continues with Red Wings Live. We'll hear from Mike Babcock. The players will break down the game. Red Wings Live from the Call Sam Studios immediately after the game, right here on Fox Sports Detroit. Jonathan.
With the setups as well as scoring that goal last night to get her going. Ken mentioned it ended up being the winner. A 4-0 win over Anaheim. Into that. Well, let's see if the Red Wings can do something with the power play. They didn't have any luck the last 2 times in the second period. And do we really have a penalty, or are we just kind of... That's 9 seconds it cost them because they lost the draw. And they've been good on faceoffs over 40 minutes, too.
And as we mentioned, good last night.
It might have hit the defenseman and deflects underneath Turco. One of the Hawks blows a tire at the blue line. This, I think, hit the defenseman and gets right between the feet of Turco. Unbelievable.
John Scott stumbled at the line. Chalmerson came over.
Goodness, what a goal. And Filppula gets his second goal and 4th for the line in 2 days.
And second of the night.
Wow.
For Filppula.
No question about that. Grunwald goes to the box. Watch out for a 5-on-3 forthcoming. If you're a Red Wing fan, and we'll be back. They lead at 3-2. They'll be shorthanded.
Recording. Current time 0 hours 3 minutes 18 seconds.
It wasn't. It deserves a... Yeah, he hasn't looked out of place. Injury last night. He gets in probably quicker than he might have. But that's what young players do. Take advantage of an opportunity and to show what they can do and where they stand in the depth chart.
And when he played,
that's not easy with a team like Detroit.
Right. And when he played 3 games last December, he was in for Brian Rafalski, who was injured, and tonight for Jonathan Ericsson.
They're going to penalize Bertuzzi for grabbing the Chicago defenseman as he climbed over top of him and the boards to get onto the bench for a change because he had no stick in his hand. Having to go. And that could have iced her. This line's been very, very good for 2 games, last night and tonight. They've got 4 goals.